Welcome to the Change Exchange, where we're helping you make the most out of your paycheck. The first thing you need to do with that paycheck is to start an emergency fund. Your emergency fund is what stops you going into debt when a crisis hits. This emergency fund will protect you from those day-to-day emergency expenses like a burst geyser, a broken down car, or medical bills. An emergency fund is also there for that big, once-in-a-lifetime event, losing your job. A few years ago, a reader wrote to me. He had started on a contract job and wanted advice on how to manage his money. Our recommendation to him was to prioritize an emergency fund. 18 months later, he wrote to me to tell me that his contract had not been renewed, but that he was doing fine because of his emergency money. He was able to take his time finding a new job, and the amazing thing is he's got a better job with a better salary because of that emergency fund. Your first step is to have 1,000 Rand and then build up to 10,000 Rand. You can do this by setting up a debit order that pays into your emergency fund each month. You should even put your emergency fund ahead of accelerating your debt repayments. While this may sound counterintuitive, many financial plans aimed at getting you out of debt are derailed because of crises and unexpected emergency expenses. Only once you have 10,000 Rand in your emergency fund should you start tackling your debts. Once you've settled your debts, then you can start on the longer goal of having at least 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses put aside. Use bonuses, 13th checks, and other cash windfalls to boost your emergency funds. If you ever have to draw down on that emergency fund, prioritize replacing it before you spend or save anywhere else. An emergency fund needs to be readily available, but it also needs to be one step away from your bank account so you're not tempted to spend it. There are 3 things you need for an emergency savings. Relatively easy but not immediate access to the money, a reasonable interest rate, and no fees. All 5 major banks in South Africa offer products that are suitable for emergency savings. It's usually best to keep your emergency savings with the same bank that you have your transactional account with, so that you can transfer the money within 24 hours if need be. Sit down with your bank consultant and find that balance between flexibility and interest rates to best suit your needs.